This right here was my second ever bass guitar. Probably my first real good bass. Actually, my first one was a Fender P-Bass copy by some Chinese company. And after 4 years of playing that and saving up a lot of money, I got this one. Back in 2007 at the Guitar Center in Hollywood. This is a 1962 reissue American Vintage Series Fender P-Bass. I modded it instantly when I got it. It had the regular bridge. I added a badass too. I swapped the pickguard to this black pickguard. I installed the thumb rest because I just love the way it looks. I never use it because it's just in a useless spot. Like nobody's playing like this anymore. Should have been up here. It would be a lot better, but I'm mainly a pick user, so you know, it's just for aesthetics. This bass has been my main bass from 2007 until like 2012 when I started making a bit more money so I could actually afford to buy other instruments. And yeah, it's worn, it's really worn in. All of this stuff is real road wear. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has yellowed a lot over the years in different spots. It's got a bunch of dings, scratches. The finish came off right there. Overall, it's just a sweet bass. I also sanded down the neck, but I just don't like the 60s fat neck profile anymore, so I don't play it as much as I used to. I kind of look at it as my number one. It's just, yeah, it's a lovely bass. Let's move on to the next one. Number two, a 1975 Fender P-Bass. Beautiful three-color Sunburst. This is probably my favorite bass out of the 30 plus basses that has gone through my hands over the years. I had it for 5 years. I just love this thing. Again, I swapped the bridge for a badass too. I still have the original one just to keep it clean, you know. The pickups are from 72. So this is actually a player's grade bass. It's a phenomenal bass. It's just the way it plays, the way it looks, the feel, the 40 plus year old wood just resonates. It's amazing. I love it. Thumb rest up here. Every once in a while I'll just use it like this, but you know, I'm just happy to own this one. I love this beautiful big letter script Fender logo up there. Tuners are original, pickguard's original. Yeah, the wear on it is amazing. Look at this one right here. Lots of wear on the back as well. I don't think I will sell this one. Guess what? Another P-Bass. This is a Fender Mendel signature P-Bass. I had it for like 2 years. I got it off of the German eBay for only 800 bucks. And it's a great bass. When I was still playing live with my old band, this was the backup to this one, because this is basically a reissue of his original 71 P-Bass. So it kind of has the same specs as this one. Has the same weight. This one has Seymour Duncan quarter pounder pickups, which sounds really great. It's aggressive. I haven't really done much to this except for sanding down the back of the neck, because this bass is as good as it gets right outside the box. It's Mexican made, but honestly these road worn basses have been built perfectly lately. Like I remember when the first series came out with those like 50s Fiesta Red and two-tone Sunburst P basses, I used to hate those because the relicking job looked so fake on them. I even had one of those back then, but this has gone a long way, and these basses are really great. Like I could put this up next to an American Standard anytime. And I'd say personally that it's even better. Yeah, I had some stickers up here. The outline can be still seen over here, but I just don't really care because it's a relic bass. Small sticker here. Small sticker on the back of the neck. Again, I just got it freshly set up with a new set of strings. It's just a killer rocking bass for the money. Take it to any gig, you don't have to worry about it. It's got the vintage vibe, it's got the vintage look, something I really love. It's just the perfect package. Yeah. Number 4, a 1974 Gibson Ripper. All original. I just love this thing. Wherever I go, wherever I brought this thing with myself, I just used to get so many good reactions, compliments on the sound, on the rarity, just basically on the overall looks of this bass. It's just amazing. Whenever if you record with it, if you play live with it, it's just something unusual and it sounds killer. I got this one from England actually, and it cost me only £700, like 5 or 6 years ago. The guy even threw in like a set of new D'Addario strings, and yeah, it was a deal of a lifetime. I'll never ever get rid of this one. It's just amazing. Has been set up recently. It's got brand new Elixir strings. It just sounds killer, man. Natural finish. Everything is all original, hasn't been modified. Pots, old pots. The chicken head switch, the pickups. Yeah, super worn in. Not sure if you can see it on camera, but this has been played a lot. I am actually the third owner of this bass, because when I buy guitars, I always ask about the history of the instrument, and the guy I bought it from said that he was the second owner, some English guy, and he bought it off of some old Irish dude who bought it new back in '74. So basically a 3-owner old vintage Gibson bass. Love it. Here we are with another Gibson. This is a 1991 Gibson Thunderbird. Beautiful Sunburst finish, all original. I was just looking for something from the early 90s because that's like my favorite period when Gibson made guitars, and the late 70s. I love the Northern era stuff. And I got this bass from Italy, kinda for a fair price. Wasn't too cheap, wasn't too expensive, but I just love always, like I love the way T-Birds look. They aren't the most useful, as a lot of bass players say. Not even for me. I'm a bigger guy, but this thing is bulky. Like I also had a Gibson RD back in the day. I had these three together. This one, the Ripper, and an RD. But that one was just way over the top, way too bulky, huge long neck. Yeah, it was neck heavy. It wasn't just comfortable to play at all. I got this one out every once in a while to get your glam metal thing on, you know. Love to play some Motley Crue on it, stuff like that. But it's a great bass. Got new strings as well. I always wanted to get the white one, the Alpine white or Arctic white. I don't even know how they're called, but they are super hard to find in Europe. So I just went with the Sunburst. I think this is the bass I use the least, but still, I just can't see myself getting rid of it because it's beautiful. Number 6 is my Fender Justin Metal Johnson Mustang. It's a short scale bass. I got it a year ago, and I got super surprised with this one because I've never had a short scale before. I was never a fan of short scale basses before. I had never seen the use of these basses at all. And I just kind of looked at them as some kind of toys or, I don't know, girly guitars. God knows, man, but I just got very, very surprised how this thing plays, how comfortable it is. The relicking job again on these new Road Worn series is amazing, as I said before. It's just like they even did some finish checking, which is really hard to see on camera. But like little hairline cracks and all that. It's just amazing. It's got Seymour Duncan pickups. It's got hip shot tuners, which is already like a huge upgrade. And again, it plays better than some of the American basses I've played. It's just great. Thumb rest in the right spot. Yeah, man. Beautiful Daphne blue color. I haven't modded this at all because it's just perfect the way it is. The only little cosmetic thing I might consider doing is like age this pickguard even a bit more to get this like yellowish color, which you got here in the middle all over the place. I think it will look better. I can recommend this bass to anybody. Again, I got a sweet deal on it. I only paid $700 for it because I was basically buying it just to flip it. Could easily sell it in the next few weeks for $900 because these new ones cost like $1,100. And yeah, man, I just left it for myself because it's so good. Last but not least, a SQUIER Mikey Way signature Mustang bass in this beautiful large flake silver sparkle finish with the black racing stripe. I really love the looks of this one. I've never been a fan of My Chemical Romance, but I always loved the way this bass looks. I got a stunning deal on it. Nowadays, after they reformed, these basses go for around $500 or $600 on Reverb. This one is basically mint. It is basically new. It even has like this little wrap on the pickguard. Factory strings. Got the Mikey Way signature on there. It doesn't has any sort of scratches, dings, nothing. You know, the small little sticker on the neck plate. It's a great bass. Overall, this humbucker pickup sounds huge. You got black knobs. The only thing which feels a bit cheap is the standard SQUIER neck. But I also love like the black matching headstock they did. This is cool. I'm still not sure if I want to sell this bass or if I'm going to keep it. But if I'll keep it, I'll just might get like a Fender Ventera or like a J&J signature Mustang neck, and I'll just swap the neck on this one because I really do not enjoy the feel of this cheap SQUIER neck. Otherwise, I'll leave the pickups in. It's a great bass. It looks cool. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.